Hey everybody, welcome to a special mini episode of the Rad Dad Podcast. I have the most important guest ever on Rad Dad Podcast today, my son. I wanted to do something special for Father's Day, so I decided why not interview my son, ask him some questions, talk to him a little bit, and tell him some things that we should sit down with our kids more and tell them on a day-to-day basis or here and there, just what we're thinking, how we're doing, and what we're trying to do as a father or a parent, and just let them know how you feel about them and how things are going. So, Christian, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Christian, and I'm almost 9.
Almost 9. Your birthday's next month, right?
Yeah.
You thought I forgot?
No.
No. Yeah. What are we doing for your birthday?
We're gonna go to. So my birthday party is at Hawaiian Falls, but for my birthday present, we're gonna go to Hawaii.
Is that why we're wearing the funky shirts? Funky Hawaiian shirts, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you for coming on and doing this. I know it's your first podcast, first time really on video, and you're going to have a good time. You're going to do great. We're just going to start off with some basic questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite holiday ever and why?
I'd have to say Christmas, Easter, and Halloween. I like Christmas because it's about Jesus and how he was born and when he was born. And I like Easter because it's also about Jesus, what he did for us to be here right now. And I like Halloween because I love candy.
And you love dressing up.
Yes.
We love a good theme party, you and I. So tell me about your favorite vacation. We've gone on quite a few of them, but you said you had one favorite one.
Well, I have 2.
Okay, tell me about both of them.
So the first one, we went to Universal. We did VIP for 2 days. I was like, let's go. And then, so my favorite ride that we got to do, I had to say, was the Hagrid one.
The Hagrid one?
Yeah. In the Harry Potter section. And then I love the, whenever we went to Hawaii.
During spring break?
Yeah. My favorite part was going to the beach. We got to go see a whole rainforest and probably about 20 waterfalls. I don't know. I didn't count. And then we got to hang out. We got to go with my uncle. It was one of the surprises there. It was really fun. I can't wait to go.
What'd you think about the helicopter ride?
It was pretty good. It was my second helicopter I've ever ridden in, and it was pretty fun.
It was fun. So, I know you like to eat.
Yeah.
Tell me about your favorite food.
I like meats. I also like, I just wanted to try it one time. I asked my father right here, hey Dad, can I get hamburger meat with some gravy and rice? He was like, yeah, we can do it. And I tried it and I was like, delicious.
And it's no surprise that when we go to Hawaii, he loves to eat loco moco, which is pretty much rice, a meat patty, an egg, and some gravy. So
yes.
He fits in right with the locals of Hawaii, eating the loco moco. I mean, in our house, we just try to keep it simple when it comes to food. Something nutritious, something delicious. Sometimes it doesn't have to be nutritious. We do have our favorite junk foods as well. We're also a pizza family, but I know you love sushi.
Yeah.
You're one of the few 8-year-olds that I know that love sushi. So, obviously it's a very expensive habit that I'm starting early because he doesn't eat like a little 8-year-old. He eats like an adult. So it's all good. But tell me about some of the rules that we have and what I call, I don't know if I call it this, but I call it the Lopez frat house since it's just boys there. So tell me about our house rules.
So, well, the house rules are you gotta go to bed.
You got to go to bed at a decent time.
Yeah.
Which during the school year is what?
It's 8:30, but I go to a summer camp in summer, which is my bedtime now is probably 9:30.
Yes. And do you have to clean your room?
Yes, I have to clean my room. Sometimes I get to help them do the laundry.
Yes, that's right. He said, help me do laundry. It's good help. Sometimes it doubles the load, if you will, if you like that pun. But it's always fun to get him started on it. I learned how to do laundry at a very early age, and it suited me great to being an independent person. And, of course, when you're in the military, you have to do your own laundry as well. That's not fun at all. And sometimes you also have to do everyone else's laundry as well. So it's not fun to take every other guy's stinky laundry and have to wash it. So what makes you happy?
Well, what makes me happy is being here right now on the podcast, having a family. I love doing that. And, well, life, and pretty much having fun.
So what were you working on before we got in here?
I was working on my non-colored graphic novel.
Non-colored, with the air quotes, non-colored graphic novel.
Is what I like to call it. It's called Lizard Mask and Beast Faces Sad Origin Story. It's about someone who fell into something I like to call lizard acid, which is mixed with a Komodo's dragon's DNA, human DNA, a snake's DNA, and an alligator, and a bearded dragon's DNA mixed with some acid.
Those are a lot of different lizards that you have involved there.
And then for Beast Faces, he fell into something I like to call beast acid, which is mixed with a bat, a spider, and a wolf. And a human DNA.
Oh, and human. So what you're trying to say is you enjoy comic books and creating comic books.
Yes.
And you enjoy the story behind it. You enjoy drawing and coloring, even though this is a non-colored book. So what got you into creating comic books?
Well, so it's not that long of a story, but I was at summer camp. Every Monday and Thursday we do clubs, and I decided to join a puzzle club on Monday, and it wasn't that fun. So then they were like, Thursday club, come and pick your Thursday club. I went to it. Not a lot of clubs were open. They were only like book and newspaper, and I was like, what's newspaper club? What are you doing there? And they're like, oh, it's basically comic club. You get to write about comics and stories. I was like, yeah, I'm in. So now the clubs that I like to join in is the book club, where the teacher reads a book on the interwebs, or there is an audio book, and it's pretty fun. You get to color or draw while they're reading, and you get to enjoy it. And then, like I said, newspaper club is basically comic club, where you get to draw comics and enjoy.
So it sounds like you have a very wild imagination, and you like creating things. You're my little creator. So using that imagination, if you had a time machine, where would you go, or when would you go, I should say? It's the proper term, and why?
I'd probably go back to 1983 when my old man Right here, whenever he was born.
Why? I can't talk to you if I was just born.
I just want to see baby you.
Oh, you want to see how pretty I was? I was a pretty baby. I know because you look just like me when you were born. What makes our family special in your eyes?
Well, I'd have to say love. It's everything special.
Yes. We do everything with love at the house. I
Yes.
tell you every day that I love you when I'm dropping you off at school or summer
Yes.
camp. And it's one thing I wanted to tell you was that I don't say I love you out of habit. I say I love you because I mean it. And you're a little part of my heart. And if I didn't say it that day, it would hurt me a little bit. So that's why I say it every day, is because I do love you. I'm very proud of you, and everything that you do in your imagination is great. You have made me a more creative person, and it shows in my job. I constantly think outside the box and think of crazy things to do and fun things to do, because we always have fun as well.
Yes.
So tell me, if you had 3 wishes, if you found a genie in a bottle and you rubbed it and you had 3 wishes, what would those 3 wishes be? And you have to remember the rules of the genie.
Yes.
The all-powerful genie, but teeny tiny living space. So you can't wish for more wishes. You can't raise the dead. You can't make anyone fall in love. So what would your 3 wishes be?
I'd probably say, well, anything in the world. I'd probably like to go to Paris.
That would be one of your wishes, to go
Yes.
to Paris.
Paris, but not on any plane, on a private jet.
Oh, on a private jet. Well, the good thing is you don't have to wish for that. You can work hard and then do that.
True.
What are the other 2 wishes?
I'd have to say, for the 2 other wishes, I would like to, I'd probably like to go maybe somewhere else. Maybe try to, let's see here. Try to, I'd have to say, be a mad scientist or something.
Be a mad scientist or something.
Something crazy.
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 Crazy. What about the last wish?
The last wish, the most important wish, if you watched Aladdin, you might know what his 3rd wish was to free the genie in the bottle.
You're a good master, as the genie would say, to let him free. So I know this is probably a difficult question. There's no wrong answer, but what do you think the meaning of life is?
I think it probably mean love. It means love, being alive. Like you said, there's no wrong or right answer. Probably means love and other good stuff like that.
Love is the perfect answer. I love that. So, continuing on the woulda, coulda, shoulda, if you could meet a famous person, who would it be and why?
I'd probably, if you're a kid or an adult out there who watches Mr. Beast, I'd like to see Mr. Beast.
You want to meet Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Mr. Beast, you hear that? This little kid wants to meet you. He wants to be a YouTuber and inspire kids like you do. He loves everything you do. I have enjoyed it. I've watched a few videos myself. I really have taken on, loving what you do on the philanthropy part. It's great. Enjoyed you on Joe Rogan. I got to know a lot about you on that show. So keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate it. I know he wants to meet you one day. Maybe we'll make that happen. So tell me, we love music, right? We
Yes.
always listen to music, new music, old music, rock, anything you can think of. Tell me about your first concert.
We got to go see the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And then it was really good. I got to listen to all their songs. My favorite Foo Fighters song is actually Best of You.
And was that your favorite part, getting to hear your favorite song?
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite part of that was, one, getting to take you to your first concert, since I love music. And two was when Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins switched roles.
Yes.
And Dave Grohl went back on the drums and Taylor was singing. That was awesome. And then the sad part, as you and I know, is that Taylor passed away. So it was good to see the Foo Fighters when they were the Foo Fighters fully charged, is how I like to refer to them. So let's talk about fun stuff that we do. Tell me about our family photos. We take regular family photos.
No, that's boring. So one year I was seeing my cousins because they were in town for Christmas. And me and my dad were like, I don't remember what you call it now, but me and my dad was like, let's go dress as elf and take some pictures and giant Christmas ornaments and Christmas presents and fun stuff like that. And then last year we got to do Die Hard because we call it a Christmas movie. I don't know if you do, but it was pretty cool. Of course, we didn't use a real gun. We used me and his Nerf guns that we did whenever our house when
we moved into our new house?
Yes, when we moved into our new house, we both had the same gun and we were doing a Nerf war and it was pretty fun.
So the reason behind the Nerf war, before anything fragile and breakable moved into the house, I thought it was a special way to kick off moving into a new house, because as children, they don't really understand what we're doing. They just know we have a new house or we're moving somewhere. So I wanted to make it special and memorable for him. So instead of just moving all of his furniture in and our furniture in, we decided to have a Nerf battle in the whole house when the whole house was empty. So it was a fun way to kind of commemorate that and make it memorable. That way he remembers, and he does something special for his kids when he buys them a house and they move into their house. So do you want to ask me any questions?
No.
No? Well, tell me about your faja. What am I? Do you think I'm happy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty happy.
Why is that?
Well, probably because I have you in my life.
Or you're in my life, and that's what makes me happy. Do I enjoy my job?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. What do you think about me?
I think that you're a pretty awesome father. You do a lot for me to keep me healthy and keep me here and keep me alive.
To keep you alive. You missed on one very important thing. I'm a pretty good-looking guy, and you didn't even say that. That hurts me, man, that you didn't say that. I'm a good-looking guy.
You are pretty looking.
I mean, you look like me, so if you don't think I'm good-looking, you don't think you're good-looking.
Well, you are pretty good-looking.
So you don't have any questions for me?
No, I wouldn't say.
No, you don't want to know anything about me that you don't already know?
Well, there was one thing.
What's that?
Whenever you were a kid with Uncle Lindsay and Uncle Jason, did you guys ever have any argues or were mad at each other?
Oh, any arguments or if we were mad at each other? Well, unfortunately, you don't have any siblings, so you don't know. Yeah. Most siblings fight with each other. Most siblings have arguments with each other. I'm the middle child, so I'm the wild one. I'm the one that's always getting in trouble or getting into arguments with them.
Yeah.
I would say probably the biggest argument with your Uncle Jason was, being that I grew up with two brothers and an involved father, we would always play sports against each other.
Yeah.
It would be me and your Uncle Lindsay against your grandpa and Uncle Jason. And Uncle Jason would get mad because I would be very rough with him in basketball. And I knew how to get in his head. So I'd push him around a little bit, and I would talk smack to him, and he'd get frustrated. And he was a little bit taller than me. And I've always been an athletic person, but I've always been a very, intellectual person. I think, I strategize. And I knew if I can get into his head, I could beat him any day of the week. And that would consistently happen no matter what sport that we played. I would mess with him and he'd get frustrated and he would do bad, and then your Uncle Lindsay and I would win. Your Uncle Lindsay and I don't think we've ever had a real bad argument. We were close in age. We're only 2 years apart, and we had a lot of the same friends, liked a lot of the same things. We shared a lot of things. As you know, we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so we shared clothes, we shared shoes, we knew a lot of the same people since we weren't that far apart. So not any real big arguments with him, but I love both of your uncles, my brothers, dearly. So just in case they don't know that, maybe we haven't said it enough over the years, but I do love you guys, even though you've made my hair gray and probably caused some of this balding as well. But I blame most of that on owning a business at one point and then raising a child. So let's, no more questions? No? So I'm going to give you the option to end this podcast. And I have a verse here from one of my favorite songs. You know, Gary Clark Jr. is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
So would you like me to sing this or just read it?
Sing it.
You want me to sing it? Of course you do. So we'll see if I still have a singing voice. It's been a while since I've actually sung. So, and I don't have the music to go with it. So we will try this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
When I'm gone, I hope that everything in your world is right. When you're lost, I pray that everything that I taught you would carry you right back around. When you need me, I will always be by your side. Oh, baby, just know that everything is gonna be all right. So, thank you for being the best son ever. I love you. All the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Sit down with your kids if you can. Just talk to them a little bit like we did. You don't need to go all full blown and get a studio. And, by the way, big thank you to Seth Vincent, a good friend of mine, and Andrew Clark for letting us use the studio here as our mini episode and our North Texas studio, as we should say. So happy Father's Day, everybody. God bless.
Happy Father's Day.
And have a great day.